Hey, welcome back to Woodruff Woods. Hey, today I'm down here in the Woodyard with Lisa. She's over there splitting some maple and some black birch. We're getting a pretty good dent in that big pile of rounds I had here. But I wanted to talk to you a little bit about a product that was sent to me from Toptes. There you have it. It is a moisture meter. And stick around because they sent me two. So one of these I'm going to send out to a random viewer. You can see it comes in a nice package like so. Pull it out. It comes with the batteries. It looks like it comes with a nice little pouch to keep it in, and then a wrench and some extra points on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this together. We're going to test some of that wood that Lisa's splitting. So stick around. You know how you can tell when your wife's a hard worker? You just gotta look at the big black mark on her head. She must have got into the grease this morning. I'm just talking to everybody. Hey, the Predator engine's working great. And something I didn't show all of you, I hooked up electric start to it. So I just took a piece of metal, bent it around, and ended up with a battery on there. Looks like I'm leaking a little hydraulic fluid. It's because it's leaning downhill. I'll have to fix that here. But it's working out great. Lovely Lisa likes it because she can start the splitter a whole lot easier with the electric start. She used to have trouble pulling it because the pull start on that one, that engine, is on the opposite side of the one that came with it, and it is a very awkward position, which I'll go back and show you. As you can see, it pulls out underneath the, and we can see that spilling out there. I'm gonna have to stop her for a minute. As you can see, I put that up on a piece of wood. That helps it. As you can see, this pull cord came out underneath that log deck there and made it very hard to pull. Just an awkward positioning of it. But that's why I went to Tractor Supply. I bought myself a battery. I bought that piece of galvanized metal, just bent it in the vise, and I bought a little, I don't know what they call them, a tie down for the battery, and just drilled some holes in the end and pulled it tight. So seems to be working okay. You know, Lisa seems to like it, and that's all that matters, right, guys? You saw that we were using the elevator the other day, and I ran into a problem with the elevator. It is bound up for some reason, and it won't turn. It seems like the chain's loose. It is not broken. I cannot find where it's got anything wedged in there or anything. So I just pulled that out of the way today so we could work here. I'm gonna have to find some time to work on that. I really don't know what's wrong. It could be that the clutch up on the top is just not tight enough and it's allowing it to spin, but I think it's something more simple than that. I think there has to be something bound up in there. I just can't seem to find it. So I'll keep you posted on that. So while Lisa's splitting there, I'm gonna fire up the chainsaw. I'm gonna cut a couple of rounds here on some pieces I missed, and hopefully we can get all this cleaned up today. There's a good chance of it. All right, so I'm gonna try out this meter here. I just grabbed a piece of maple that Lisa just split, and we'll try to give you a look at this. And you can see we got 27, we'll call it. I just messed it up a little. If we take it over here, maybe it's a little less. No, about the same, about 23. But the nice thing about maple is it dries real fast. But let me talk about this Toptes meter. A couple of things I like about it. If you look, and hopefully you can see that with the reflection, but it shows the temperature, the relative humidity. So I'm gonna grab another piece, we'll try one more. This looks like a piece of cherry, and you see that's holding a lot of moisture in that one, 35. So, you know, we have some weight on this cherry. By contrast, I'll grab a piece of ash if I can find one here, and we'll just see how the ash is looking. It doesn't look good enough for a bundle, but put that in there. I'm not finding a good spot to get it in there. Oops. So we're getting about 19% on that. That was just freshly cut down. So as a matter of fact, it's cut down last weekend. So you can see that the ash, we cut it down around here, it's ready to go. And that's why I'm sourcing so much of it for bundles. This pile here that Lisa's working on, that's gonna be for bundles a few months out, probably close to 6 months out. But you know, the problem with doing the ash now is I'm robbing Peter to pay Paul. I do the ash now, and I'm not actually building my inventory for the future. And that's why we decided this weekend we were just gonna focus on this pile of wood here and try to get it done. I'm out here in the garage, and I thought I would give a little bit of a better review of this Toptes Moisture Meter. So I've got some wood that I brought up from the garage, and we'll test a couple pieces on here. But some things I like about it, I mentioned this earlier. I like the temperature and relative humidity on there. And again, you can switch that from Celsius to standard, or imperial, I guess would be the right word. I like the big 2 1/4 inch display on it. It's easy to read. I like that it's flat on the bottom and it will stand up on things. I can't stand it on the wood, but if this were a flat table, it does stand up on a flat table. Just looking at this, this is a piece of cherry. It's been in my woodshed for at least a year, if not longer. And you can see we're getting about 12% moisture on that. I thought that would be a little lower, but it is what it is. It's still very good to burn. This one, this is black birch, 12.9. See if we can grab another piece. That's black birch as well. And that's 12.7. So they're all running pretty consistent. So I guess, you know, what that tells me is the meter is consistent with its measurements. You would kind of expect this wood to all be roughly the same. Some may be a little lower than others, but they're not going to be drastically different. And what this is telling me is everything is good to go based on these measurements. The other thing is if you look just below the temperature, let me see if I can get you in the screen. Just below the temperature, there's a little bit of a bar graph that shows the percentage of moisture. This can be used on drywall, can be used on lumber, can be used on firewood. So I just walked outside and I grabbed a piece of shagbark hickory that we just split. We just split this Saturday, and so yesterday. And as you can see, the back of the screen turns red because it's telling me there's too much moisture in it. So that's kind of a nice feature. And if you notice, if I can cheat it a little, I'm not pushing it in all the way. It's orange when it's kind of in the middle. But green says it's good to go. So, you know, even easier to read, even though it's got this really great display, it changes colors too, based on the moisture in the wood. I really like this. It seems very durable. It's made very well. Has like a little heft to it for all the more size it is. And I really love the big backlit display. It really makes it easy to read, especially when you wear progressive lenses like I do. So as I mentioned, this wood's coming in at 28.5%. Now I can actually hold that, and it will hold that amount so I can show you. So if you just hit that, instead of trying to, you know, like I was doing before, holding this up, you can actually just press the hold button and it will hold it for you. And you can just turn it around, take a look. Maybe you want to write something down. This is also good for, like, you know, if you had a water leak in your house, you want to know, maybe you have mold developing on some drywall. It'll tell you what the moisture content is, maybe tell you got something leaking behind the wall. I'm going to say I endorse this. I really think it's accurate. I think it's a good unit, well built, nice display, easy to use, and we're gonna give one away. So in this giveaway, I'm gonna be picking the winner, so write a comment down below. In the next video, I'll pick one of you through a random comment generator, and we'll get you one of these sent out in the mail. So that's all for Woodruff Woods today. Thanks for watching. If you aren't subscribed, I ask you to consider it, and we'll catch you on the next one.